Good day, viewers. Welcome to another interesting episode of Beyond the Classroom, where we discuss other activities and also find potentials and talent in other students. In today's segment, we're going to be looking at a scholar with a musical soul. But before we continue, my name is Ezekiel Goodness. I'm from Bright Schools Abuja. Please, would you like to tell us about yourself, a bit more about yourself? Introduction.
I am Dades Abiel, a student of JC Best Schools International, who is passionate about music.
Music and academics from two different worlds, yet they coexist in the life of our guest today. How does he balance both? Let's find out. Mr. Ades, how do you balance both music and academics?
Balancing both music and academics can be challenging, but I manage by creating a routine for myself. So I plan my time very well. I'm very intentional with my time. So I dedicate or allocate specific times in the week towards my musical practice. And then I use my academic schedule to plan around that to make sure that I stay on top of my academics and still have time for my personal growth. So the combination of both, I think it makes me a well-rounded individual and it helps me to effectively manage my time.
When did you realize your passion for music?
I think my passion for music started when I was much younger. I always had a fascination for drums. Yeah, I always
Wow.
liked the drums. So whenever I was listening to music, I would always be listening for the drums. What are the drums doing? So after church service, I would always be drawn to the drums, playing around them,
Yeah.
even though I had little to no idea what I was doing. But I just knew I loved drums. And so I told my parents, they noticed and they recognized my passion. And then I asked them for a drum set. And to my surprise, they actually bought me my first drum set at our house. And
Wow.
yeah, we started playing with it. We didn't have any formal training or, or education, but
Yeah.
we were just playing around as children. But due to our lack of knowledge and our
Yeah.
childhood enthusiasm, we actually ended up spoiling those
Yeah.
drums.
What?
But fast forward to, I think, year five.
Yeah.
I was in primary school when we were having a music class, and then we were about
So
to,
you have always loved music right from time.
yes,
Is this passion you developed for it? You have this growth in it and you love it so much.
yes.
Okay. Was it encouraged by your family members? What was
Ye-
their reaction?
Of course, it was. My parents aren't really musically inclined,
Yeah.
but they have supported my journey a lot. They've recognized my passion, and they've given me all the tools I need to nurture it.
Yes.
Yeah, from buying me instruments for
Piano.
my first drum set to everything I use today, and they've even gone to the length of hiring tutors to make sure that I have the proper knowledge that I need for
Wow.
success in this journey.
Music can be time consuming, so as academics, but how do you balance both? How do you make sure they're on the right path?
I think the most important thing is time management and being disciplined. So you know when it's time for practice and you know when it's time for academics. So you really have to plan your time very well. Prioritize.
Yeah. Do you have a
Prioritize.
do you have a study routine?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay.
So you have your study routine and then you have time for
Music
music.
too, yes.
So the time you use for music, you use your academic schedule to plan around it so that you don't lose um, time for
Focus,
your
okay.
academics. So you make sure that you are still doing well academically and you
And
still
the
have time for
music, okay.
musical growth.
How has your music journey been so far? Does your school have any instrument? Do you have any program? Because my school, we have this choir group and we also go for competitions. We actually did go for competition recently and we really perform really well. So how did your
That's
school do theirs?
I think my school has been incredibly supportive towards my music journey. It's such an enabling environment
Yeah.
to grow as a musician. You have access to a wide range of instruments, musical professionals. I think my music director in school has really played an instrumental part in my growth. So you have access to even recording equipment. So
Wow.
once in a while we do have recording sessions where we record music
Do you also
and
have like a talent show in your school where other talents are discovered?
yes, at intervals, yes, we do. We'd have occasions for students to showcase their talents where we can discover
Oh,
new potential. And another thing that my school does for me is that it helps me to meet and connect with people, like minded people
yeah.
of my age. Yeah.
And also
So
people who have passion for music too.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's really interesting.
Two of my best friends are also instrumentalists, so we read together, we play together, we grow together
Vibe
musically, and
together,
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Who's your favorite musical artist? Who's your role model? Who do you look up to?
I think my favorite musical artist, somebody I really look up to, would be Nathaniel Bassey. Nathaniel
Wow.
Bassey, because I played the trumpet, and that was when my music teacher told me, because we were just walking out of the class and he gave everybody instruments, and then he told me I'll play the trumpet, and I was excited because I was a fan of Nathaniel Bassey, and I asked him, so I'm going to be the next Nathaniel Bassey. He said no, you're going to be better than him. I was so excited. So Nathaniel Bassey has really been an inspiration. His style of music is really nice, and I hope to emulate and even do better than him.
Wow. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Um, I actually hope to aspire to be a medical doctor, so I want to study medicine. But that notwithstanding, I still want to continue growing and practicing in music. So I intend to be, I aspire to be a worship minister. So using my musical talent and skills to worship and to uplift others. Yes.
Wow. Will music be a full-time career?
No, I don't. I don't think so. It can be sort of a side gig, but I don't think I'll go into music fully. Yeah.
A word of advice to those students who feel scared to pursue music just because maybe they have typical Nigerian parents who don't encourage them to go for music. What would you like to say to them?
My advice would be don't let fear stop you from pursuing what you love. I know there's pressure. There's pressure from our parents to
Yeah.
focus solely on academics or to follow the conventional path.
Because they've paid so much, they spent so much money
Yeah,
on
yeah,
paying our school fees, and they wouldn't want their children to study music as their
yeah. They think
yes.
there's no money in
Yeah,
music.
they don't have any hope. They feel like there's no hope in music, and yeah, that
So my advice to them would be pursue your passion, explore your passion, and start small. Start small. Keep on practicing regularly because consistency is key. No matter what you're doing, no matter how small you think it
practice
is,
makes perfect.
yes, no matter how small you think it is, as you keep on doing it, you keep on growing. And the more you immerse yourself in music, the more you grow, and the more you find out that it's something that's
You
worth,
love,
yes, it's
yes.
worth pursuing. So just surround yourself with people who are encouraging and people who will support you. And then most importantly, believe in your own potential because everybody has something to add to the world through their own music. You have something unique to add to the world, through your music. So just keep on pushing. And you don't have to have everything figured out right now. Just take it one step at a time and trust that it will
It's a
unfold.
gradual process.
Yes. So trust that it will unfold and the picture will become clearer.
We'll be right back on Beyond the Classroom.
Hey Nigerians, are you ready to embark on an educational journey like no other? To expand your horizon, ignite your curiosity, and unleash your full potential beyond classroom? Welcome to Naija Educational TV.
Wait, what is this all about?
Naija Educational TV is not just a channel, it's an initiative brought to you by Bringing on Africa in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Education with a mission to provide inclusive and equitable quality education for all. Whether you're a student looking to enhance your learning or a parent concerned with what your ward watch, Naija Educational TV got you covered.
Dive into our fascinating shows like live debate, quiz, documentaries, and lots more, all aligned with the UNESCO agenda.
So why wait? Tune in to Naija Educational TV today by subscribing to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms to be entertained.
Welcome back. Let's move on to the academics part. I learned that you are preparing for JAM. What score are you aiming to, and how has your school helped you in preparation for JAM?
I think my target jump score is 360.
Is that a daydream or just reality?
It's not a daydream. In my school, we have this project, JC Beyond 360.
Oh,
So we all aim for
You-
jump scores above 350 and above. So
wow.
So we have various programs put in place for this to become a reality. We have crash classes. We have a crash program.
Do you also have night classes, Saturday
Yes.
classes that help you, strengthen you?
As a matter of fact, in our school, everybody has Saturday school from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays, and SS3s have 1 hour CBT practice on Saturdays. During the week, we have CBT practice every night. We have a special science class on Friday night and on Saturday mornings. And for our crash program, that's during the week, during the day, we have 4 hours CBT practice every day. So all of this is just to make us ready and to help us to achieve our goal. Yeah.
What would you like to say to your school management on the preparation for your jam? What would you like to say to them?
To the director and the management of our school, I would like to say a very big thank you for what they are doing. I know that we might not see the importance of all of this right now. Even the Bible says that when somebody is being trained or when somebody is being,
Yeah.
pruned, they might not like it. But at the end, they will see the results. So it's not easy, but we thank you because a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. So all this we are going through is all for our good at the end. So yeah.
How do you balance both music and academics?
I think balancing music and schoolwork can be challenging, but I think I manage by prioritizing my tasks, setting realistic goals, and then working towards that. It all has to do with discipline and managing your time very well. So I've allocated certain times of the week to music practice, and then I use my academic schedule to be able to plan around them to make sure that I'm still on top of my academics and still have time for personal growth. But I've also noticed that music and academics, they go well together, they complement each other. The academic part helps me to focus and helps me with my critical thinking, while the music it helps me worship. It's a powerful form of emotional expression and helps me with creativity. So having both of them, it makes me well-rounded and it motivates me to um, use my time effectively.
Before we close today's show, I would like to thank my guest for coming here today, for being in our midst. We're really grateful.
It's my pleasure.
And I also like to thank the Naija Education TV, of course, for this whole scene and this wonderful show they've put together. And I also want to thank my school, Brighter Schools Abuja, for also giving me this wonderful opportunity to be here today. Thank you. And don't miss out. Always remember, watch Naija Education TV. Find time to watch it and trust me, you're going to enjoy the show. Thank you.